You okay? Okay. Ready? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, let's just take a minute. Should I turn off the GoPro?
One of the dogs hates that.
Hey guys. So,
This is Teppy.
oh, they're good.
Hi, Teppy.
They're fine. Anyhow, this is the Zambezi River here. They rent a couple houseboats to stay at.
They do overnight cruises on the houseboats, and then you stay on their rooftop tents on the boat, which is pretty sweet.
Zambia is across the river here. And you can see the accommodations are quite nice. And when we come out to the deck,
Very relaxing.
pick up this cool crocodile.
Yeah, this is cool. The
design on
bottles.
the little bottles. And then here's the actual crocodile hanging as well, skin. Big one at that.
There's
And then here's a nice view over the river. I don't see any hippos or
The river's been pretty
crocodiles
calm, actually.
right now, but they're
Usually a lot of
definitely
people
about-
on canoes across the way fishing, but not at the moment.
okay. So let's follow me back to the campsite.
Back to the campsite. We have a little book swap here, which is cool. There's a lot of beautiful plants.
There's
If only my
some,
mom was here, she would know the name of all of them.
there's some dugout canoes the natives use. They still use to this day. These ones are for decoration and seating. Our campsite here.
We're campsite number 2.
We took the one off the river. The hippos are pretty loud in at least the last spot. And they have a nice sandy area that's quite smooth for sleeping.
And then you have
We
your
also
own
have
little
our
wash
little-
basin.
Now I'll take you over to all of our gear. And this is like our typical gear that we would pack up on each bike. We got rebuild kicks for the fork. We got zip ties. We got extra hand levers, chopsticks, some JB Weld, and some zip ties, and a little bit of paracord, oil filters, in case we can't get those where we're going. An extra mirror, chain wax, extra brake pads, the tools that we would need to do any of that work. Try and get my shadow out of there.
Spark
We got our
plugs.
spark plugs. We got our camping cooking setup, sleeping pads, a blow up pillow, tent, a cover for our bikes, which is great security. This all fits into these two green chili dry bags that go on each side, like saddlebags. And then we have this big North Face bag that holds most of the camp gear, like the tent, and definitely a tire puncture kit. We've been using that a ton. There's a lot of acacia thorns here. Most of these, the silicone and the JB Weldon stuff, we've been using on our sleeping pads and pillows that I've managed to pop numerous times. And I'm just gonna tell you how I feel about these right now. This is how I feel about not sleeping for night after night after night. And make sure you have your sleeping situation dialed. Don't bring the latest and greatest thing. Maybe even like a real pillow might be worth throwing in, just cut it in half. Not sleeping is more detrimental to any sort of like overland trip when you're camping than like anything else. Having your bikes dialed too is definitely necessary on that. But overall, take as many trips as you can before you leave. Make sure all your gear is in order, and you won't be sorry.